Improve yourself by other men's writings, thus attaining effortlessly what they acquired through great difficulty. Falling down is not a failure. Failure comes when you stay where you have fallen. Strong minds discuss ideas. Average minds discuss events. Weak minds discuss people. We can easily forgive a child who is afraid of the dark. The real tragedy of life is when men are afraid of the light. He is richest who is content with the least. For content is the wealth of nature. Be kind. For everyone you meet is fighting a hard battle. True wisdom comes to each of us when we realize how little we understand about life, ourselves, and the world around us. He who is not contented with what he has would not be contented with what he would like to have. In every person there is a sun. Just let them shine. In childhood be modest. In youth temperate. In adulthood just. And in old age prudent. If you want to be wrong, then follow the masses. In all of us, even in good men, there is a lawless wild beast nature, which peers out in sleep. The misuse of language induces evil in the soul. Most people, including ourselves, live in a world of relative ignorance. We are even comfortable with that ignorance, because it is all we know. When we first start facing truth, the process may be frightening, and many people run back to their old lives. But if you continue to seek truth, you will eventually be able to handle it better. In fact, you want more. It's true that many people around you now may think you are weird or even a danger to society. But you don't care. Once you've tasted the truth, you won't ever want to go back to being ignorant. True knowledge exists in knowing that you know nothing. My advice to you is to get married. If you find a good wife, you'll be happy. If not, you'll become a philosopher. Every action has its pleasures and its price. Awareness of ignorance is the beginning of wisdom. Lies are the greatest murder. They kill the truth. Only the knowledge that comes from inside is the real knowledge. It is possible that a man could live twice as long if he didn't spend the first half of his life acquiring habits that shortens the other half. Let him who would move the world first move himself. The highest realms of thought are impossible to reach without first attaining an understanding of compassion. There is only one good, knowledge, and one evil, ignorance. From the deepest desires often come the deadliest hate. Life contains but two tragedies. One is not to get your heart's desire, the other is to get it. Do not grieve over someone who changes all of the sudden. It might be that he has given up acting and returned to his true self. The life of which meaning one never ponders is not worth living. Be slow to fall into friendship. But when you are in, continue firm and constant. It is better to make a mistake with full force of your being than to carefully avoid mistakes with a trembling spirit. It is never right to do wrong or to requite wrong with wrong. Or when we suffer evil to defend ourselves by doing evil in return. To fear death, my friends, is only to think ourselves wise, without being wise. For it is to think that we know what we do not know. For anything that men can tell, death may be the greatest good that can happen to them. But they fear it as if they knew quite well that it was the greatest of evils. And what is this but that shameful ignorance of thinking that we know what we do not know? We can do nothing without the body. Let us always take care that it is in the best condition to sustain us. When you want success as badly as you want the air, then you will get it. There is no other secret of success. The really important thing is not to live, but to live well. And to live well meant, along with more enjoyable things in life, to live according to your principles. Do not do to others what angers you if done to you by others. One should never do wrong in return, nor mistreat any man, no matter how one has been mistreated by him. If you don't get what you want, You suffer, if you get what you don't want. You suffer, even when you get exactly what you want. You still suffer because you can't hold on to it forever. Your mind is your predicament. It wants to be free of change. Free of pain. Free of the obligations of life and death. But change is law, and no amount of pretending will alter that reality. Sometimes you have to let go to see if there was anything worth holding onto. When the debate is lost, slander becomes the tool of the loser. There's no good answer to a question you didn't hear. Death may be the greatest of all human blessings. The hour of departure has arrived. And we go our separate ways. I to die. And you to live. Which of these two is better, only God knows. It is better to change an opinion than to persist in a wrong one. The years wrinkle our skin. But lack of enthusiasm wrinkles our soul. Education is the kindling of a flame, not the filling of a vessel. The secret of happiness, you see, is not found in seeking more, but in developing the capacity to enjoy less.